Join your hosts, Kenny and DJ, for your weekly dose of pro wrestling excitement.
Would you please stop the hell up?
From the latest news to heated debates, we got you covered. Every week, we dive into the world of professional wrestling, sharing our insights and opinions on the hottest topics. Plus, don't miss our top 3 winners and losers of the week. It's always a showdown.
What you gonna do when Hulkamania destroys you?
But here's what makes us different. We want you to feel like you're right here with us. Our goal is to make you a part of the show, because after all, wrestling is better when it's shared with friends. With 2 years of experience in the wrestling media scene, we're more than qualified to bring you the inside scoop and a fun and lively twist.
What the Rock is cooking?
Get ready for a funny, loud podcast where you're not just a listener, you're a valued member of the conversation. Welcome to the Call Up Podcast.
You're welcome.
Yo, what is up, everybody? It's your boy Kenny, it's your boy DJ, and we back again with another edition of the Call Up Podcast, where we talk about everything that the IWC is discussing, buzzing over, tweeting about, and sending out memes. DJ, what's up from the West Coast?
Well, it's showtime, folks. What's up? I am back.
I know you left us. You see what happens when you leave us?
Chaos ensues. Like
my internet goes down. Trump gets sent 34 counts.
Woo-hoo.
People get set on fire here.
Yeah, I saw that.
You know,
like hot damn. Like, like man, I better keep doing the show, or we'll have dogs and cats living together. Just mass hysteria.
We got Chad Miller in the house right now. We got Backstage Brawl in the house right now. I love those guys over there. Yeah, if you ever checked out Backstage Brawl, they are two good guys that put on same wrestling content like us. Mm-hmm. I think they pretty much talk the same way we do. We just keep it straight honest.
Yeah.
That's like the best thing. You know, it's good to see. It's good to see support in the chat. You know what I mean? Everybody's showing love to everyone. You know. Yeah. But yeah, just DJ, man, you can't leave me alone, bro. You can't, because you see shit that happens here. You know what I mean? Crazy, like, you know, if you don't know, Ray ended up in the hospital now.
I saw that. What's going on? Like, wait,
you
what's
know,
Ray doing?
I don't listen. Liv Morgan is freaking women's champion. You know, we'll get into that. You know. But some good returns back.
Mercedes Moné and
oh my God, Mercedes, she won a title. We'll get into that later on in the show. But you're fully back now, except your internet is a little messed up from if people are watching it here.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I can't. It doesn't show that on my side.
Okay.
No, now I see it. Yeah, it's in the yellow, but that's all right. We'll work with it.
We'll work through it, man. It's just technical difficulties like always. We got more people coming into the chat right now, so that's good. Guys, leave a comment, leave a question, anything you guys want to talk about. If you're listening to the audio version of this and you're wondering what is he talking about and you're brand new to the show, we go live every single Thursday at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 7 o'clock on the West Coast. And if you want to get your questions read on air, or you want to have a conversation with us, please join us on YouTube. Just type in the word "The Call Up Podcast" on YouTube. You'll find the channel. Click the notification bell, hit the follow button, and I will tell you every single time we go live. And just have a good time. This is a show for the people, from the people.
That's right. That's right. We got, so let's see, Isabella just got in the house.
I know Isabella's a new person here. I haven't seen that name in the comments or in the chat for all the weeks that we've been on here. So let us know where you're from. If you have any questions, please shoot it to us. But let's get into it. King and Queen of the Ring
All
was
right,
this
we'll start
past weekend in the Money in the Sand, right? Right. The prince decided that he wanted to host King and Queen of the Ring again.
hmm
Did you end up catching this pay per view?
I did. I caught
What?
both pay-per-views
Nice.
on my leave. um, so it was a good so here for at least for for West Coast, it was a Saturday morning kind of like I almost felt like I was a kid and I was watching Wrestling Challenge, and it was it was Saturday like some Saturday morning action for us. And just like one thing again, like that you have to say about each pay-per-view over there in Saudi Arabia, like the folks are ready. Like the folks are always come ready to have a good time. So despite all the political stuff,
hmm
that's one thing I am happy for them is that like all that stuff to the side, at least they do, the prince gets his money's worth and the people get to come and have a good time for a couple
Right.
hours. So that part I am happy about.
I do notice that like as the years went on so far with like these Saudi shows, it
Mm-hmm.
has changed a lot. Like they're making it more fan friendly where um before I remember they used to have like the couches. Remember when they first
That's
did
right.
that?
That's right. Yep.
Right? You used to have
Yep.
like the couches out there. All the kids was like all the way in the back. You couldn't
Yep.
really see them. You
Yep.
know what I mean? And now it's more showcased where like the fans and the kids, families are more up front. And I
That's
guess
right.
like all the big wigs are like in the back.
Right.
They have like a little suite area that they started doing for them, which is good.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, come on, guys. You guys get, basically the best seats at every other event that comes to Saudi Arabia. Let the regular people get
hmm
something, So yeah, that works.
Are you still? Would you ever travel out there for a show? Like if they was to do a WrestleMania, because
Oh
this is
man.
remember we talked about this
Yeah.
where they're talking about maybe in
They
another
might
couple
be
of
in the hunt
years
for one. Yeah.
they might be in the hunt for a WrestleMania.
I think, maybe one time I'd like to go to one of these just to see what it's like. Cause we talk like, so, we talk smack about a lot of stuff. Like, and I'm talking about in general, like our
hmm
country, we talk smack about stuff and, sometimes things might not be what we think they are, so I'd
Right.
like to see for myself. If it's like that, it's like that. It's like, hey, yeah, I'll go and be like, all right, like I went, but I wasn't comfortable or whatever. But if that might not be the case, you don't know.
hmm
So and like I said, they look like they're having a ball. So, so
Oh yeah.
one time, I think it's good for one time.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we could do a one off. It just
One
all
time.
right. That's it. But you never know. Like if they can get the people there,
Mm-hmm.
they might just get two.
Hey.
But then I want to see because like WrestleMania is so it's a week long thing. It's not
Yeah.
just WWE events that people are
There's
doing.
man.
So you got GCW, you have MLW, you have like all these other like indie wrestling companies that come in and they start putting on shows
Yeah.
throughout the
WrestleCon.
week. You have WrestleCon that comes in. So like I want to see how that dynamic of WrestleMania week is going to turn out because that's the thing that people look forward to is those small little
Yes, it
events
is. Yes, it
leading
is.
into the 2 night event at WrestleMania.
That's right. So yeah, that would be interesting to see how those particular because it seems like it's the two cities in Saudi
hmm
Arabia that for their religion they let a little bit more go in
Right.
these two cities, right? You can have a
hmm
little bit more fun in the two cities that they use. Um, so I just out of pure curiosity, like, and just, and I like traveling. I like going to different places and seeing really what's going on here, like not just people talking smack about it. So, um, and yeah, just out of pure curiosity, I would, it'd be nice if it wasn't Mania. I
Right.
think just Mania, it's like, that's the crown jewel of a show. Like, that's the granddaddy show. Like, can we, I don't know about Mania going there, but another one of these, a king and a queen, or I could like maybe go for a Royal Rumble.
Oof, I don't know about. Oh man.
but something else, not the
Right.
granddaddy.
We've been
Survivor
both.
Series. How about Survivor
Oof,
Series?
okay. All right. I could live with that. We've been raving about Nia Jax for weeks now, and she finally did it. She accomplished one goal.
She done did it.
She is Queen Nia Jax,
which means she gets a title shot.
Yep, and that was a great thing. Like Triple H announced this in one of the press conferences that they were doing when they were doing like media day in Saudi, was that like the winners of King and Queen of the Ring get title shots at SummerSlam. So I thought that was so now it really means something, which kind of sucks for the people who wrestled for this thing before, like Xavier Woods and Selena Vega, where they kind of just got the crown and that was it. And they really didn't get anything from it. I mean, Zelina had like a really good run.
That was a pretty good run.
She has some good matches, and she got that title match at Backlash last year.
Right. That's right.
With what's her name?
Is it Mommy?
Rhea Ripley. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I think, in my opinion, it just kind of made it official that that's what happens now, because when you think about it, like, so you had, for example, look at when Bret Hart and Steve Austin won. Right? So it's like, it did mean something that they won the King of the Ring.
Right.
And they ended up getting titles. So I think that there is something. So now we're making it official. It's not just something that we say in the back. Oh, this person won King of the Ring, so now we have to push them. Right. Now it's for real. So yeah, that made it way more. And then to answer Tyson's question, I'm vigilante a take because I'm the person. Me and Kenny is right along with me. We don't, as you know, Tyson, we don't parrot things. Like, we don't just hear, like, IWC says something and then that's just the way it is.
Right.
No. And so I'm the pushback. I don't go for just anything that everybody is supposed to say. Like, I will tell you when I think somebody is just meh when they're supposed to be the best wrestler. I'm gonna say no. I'm looking at this guy and he's not that great.
Right.
So that's what vigilante take is.
Yeah. Well, we're definitely gonna have some type of take when we get into the main event of King and Queen of the Ring.
Yep.
But I'm really happy for Nia Jax. I'm happy that they're pushing her since she's come back to WWE. Like, she's getting the push that she should have gotten a year ago when she was with the company, and they let her go. Where like she's showing that she could be a heel. There are some things that still need work with Nia Jax. Don't get me wrong. Like, the more and more I listen to her cut a promo, the more and more I feel like she definitely does need more work when it comes to that. Because sometimes I just feel like she's trying a little too hard.
Well, she's leaning on, just like some other people do. She's leaning on the haters. Like, she's leaning on, I know what the haters have to say, so I'm gonna, I'm gonna do the Eminem. I'm gonna say, I already know what you're gonna say, so I'm gonna beat you to it, kind of thing. Well, that only, like you said, that only works so much.
Yep.
I will give her kudos for, like, I could tell she got emotional, and then when it came to the promo, she got herself together.
Yep.
and didn't get mush, and then the mush was gone, and then she went back to having an attitude. Like
Right.
you know, so like I will give her credit for that. But like you said, like it, you know, that's something that could be tinkered with, and I think she can do it.
Hmm.
The end ring is there now, though. Like if you're still thinking that this is the Nia Jax, you know, a few years ago, where you know everybody's getting hurt,
Hmm.
you're working on old information.
Hmm.
You're now working on old information. So
Because
you
she's
know, it's
moving.
time. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
time
she's
to come to
moving.
2024.
She's
She's not
moving. Yeah, she's moving so much better in the ring now than she did a year ago, and it shows.
right. Right. No, it's a whole nother person.
Hmm.
Yeah, I need to get off of old information. Like, what is happening now?
I mean, obviously, with Gunther becoming king of the ring, this is something that we've talked about
Hmm.
here. It was either obvious you're gonna get two things after this IC title run. It was either you make him king of the ring or you make him Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank. Yep.
So we got King Gunther. He gets a title shot at SummerSlam. So now it kind of leaves now the Money in the Bank contract hanging in the air. And it's two guys right now that I'm like, okay, it has to go to one of these two, which
Okay.
I'll leave that for later because that could just be another conversation that we have because I want to get everybody else's
We can
opinion
wait for Money in the Bank.
on
Yeah.
this. Yeah, or we can even wait for Money in the Bank. But I know that I don't want to wait for Money in the Bank for this one. That's why I want to talk about it
Oh,
tonight
you
because
want to make
yeah, yeah, yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah. Because I know if we look at the Money in the Bank qualifiers and then we look at the people who's in it, then we're like, okay, we kind of figured like these two are going to be in it and they're halfway there to the
Right.
match. But um, I want to know whose decision this was
Okay.
to make Liv Morgan women's champion. Just for the simple fact that the last time she was women's champion,
Uh huh.
and this was something that the people wanted,
Right.
the minute she won the title, everybody changed their mind.
It's true. I can't deny that. And I don't think her product sales or and I think all of that kind of showed like
Mm-hmm.
kind of backed up what you're saying. I don't think she sold anything.
No.
Um, just real quick, so I like a good question. Like Ken had it like he's saying he was when we were talking about Nia Jax. He's like, would she benefit from being with Paul Heyman? Absolutely. Like
Oh yeah.
just to answer that question real quick. But yeah, I just think that this was for like just movement for the sake. Like
Mm-hmm.
let's be real. You know, because yeah, you have some like you know they're hearing in one side there are people that are kind of staled on Becky,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have you know, and then there are some like she has generated some you know you hear some people for Liv, but make again like we're you know we still believe in how big it is to be the world champion like that is your champion.
Right.
So I don't know if Liv Morgan is, you know, is able to hold that weight. You know, so we'll see. Let's, you know, it's one of those. Let's see what happens. Like I'm gonna let it cook for a second, but yeah, I think this is. I think this was a Papa H.
Right. See, and I'm with you on this one, just for the simple fact that I'm just like, okay, you are going on this revenge tour. You know, you're trying to take everything that Rhea Ripley has. So you took her title, you took away her career for a couple of months. It from watching Monday Night Raw this past Monday, she could be taking Dominic as well because if you guys are watching Monday Night Raw, you
Yep.
seen well, a lot of people didn't get to see, but when it went off the air, like Liv Morgan kissing Dominic Mysterio
Yep.
in the rampway, and it's just like, what are we doing? Because like Rhea Ripley is nowhere near close to coming back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, how long can you stretch this? Because it's not like she's gonna join Judgment Day. Judgment Day has their own problems that most likely by the time Money in the Bank happens, they probably won't be around.
I was about to say, I think they're about to be done in a second. And we're gonna have. I think that's a good storyline title match there. To have Finn going, to have Finn going for the title.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's. I mean, like I said, I'm gonna let it cook. Like, yeah, right now it's kind of, we're seeing the start of stories here.
Right.
So so I'm gonna let's see what happens. But right now it's, it hasn't really, like you said, I don't think it's really catching interest yet. But we just, because we need to, like, people need to see need to see mommy first. Like, they need to see her, that she's at least close to being ready to go, and then that's going to give the story some
Right.
some power. So yeah, I think, to answer your question, I think, like, I think this is a Triple H, but let's see what happens as we go here, because we got a lot of people ready to also to wear that belt. So on that roster.
So I like what Crown over here has to say. She's like, he said, she's taking the whole Judgment Day from him. Finn was getting out of the car with her. JD was talking backstage with her.
That's true.
She told Rhea she was gonna take everything. So little by little,
That's
she
true.
is her working her plans. You know what I mean?
Being a
like,
woman of her word.
Yeah, but like I said, the way
If she does join Judgment Day,
the way Judgment Day is broken up right now, it's like all of them are doing their own thing. It's not like okay, we band together, because even with Damien, before, you used to at least have one person come out with you
right
to the ring. Now Damian Priest just comes out by himself.
You don't want nope. And I've been telling him stop jumping into matches.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I think this might, like, as I think about it, like, this is probably going to be part of the breakup. Is that okay? They're gonna all of a sudden Liv, like, kind of wiggles her way in. Like, you'll probably even for a second see that she's in the entrance, like in the entrance stuff. And then
I can see that happening.
Yeah, and then Rhea returns. Finn turns on Dame, like, it just all just implodes. Like, it just all crumbles all at once. I can see, like, that's probably what we're walking towards here.
Ken asks, is Rhea really hurt? Yes, she is. She has some nagging injury that she needed to deal with. So that was one of the main reasons why they wrote her off.
Right.
So, but she'll be back. I mean, the way a lot of these people come back from recovery has been fast. Sometimes it's a little too fast,
Right.
But but she really is, like, legit hurt right now.
And this, like you said, like, I like how in both companies, in both AEW and WWE, like, they characters have been able to really kind of refresh their character coming back from injury. In these last few injuries that we've seen people return. And that's great. Like, that's like, because like you said, we don't have the territories anymore. Right. It used to be like, when a character got stale, okay, let me just go to this territory for a while. Then, okay, that's a new character for that territory, and then you come back and you're fresh again over here. People used to just rotate, and we don't have that anymore, really. So this is a good way to kind of refresh your character.
Yeah, Ken. Like, it's that time of the year again where people start to get hurt. It's like the beginning of the year, you see people get hurt, where it's getting close to Royal Rumble Mania, or like right after Royal Rumble, you see people get hurt, and that kind of affects how they're gonna play out for WrestleMania. And then all of a sudden, now it's coming close to the summertime. A lot of those people start to come back, and then new people start to get injured because it's just like a revolving door of injuries. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Rhea Ripley is one person now that is out. CM Punk should be coming back sometime, pretty soon. Drew McIntyre is like in limbo because he could be out for 1 minute and then back for another.
Right after
I don't
signing a
know.
contract.
I know Jimmy Uso is out on injury. That's why they wrote him off a month ago. So I don't know. I'm hoping nobody else gets hurt because everybody it's full. It's all hands on deck at this point when it comes to the next couple of pay-per-views.
Yeah, no, I like what you said there because it's like you said, it's that sprint that we go through for what we call Mania season. It's like, you look at the work that they do leading up to like those month, like when it's like a month before WrestleMania, that March. They do a lot of work, and they have like the matches are, they go it's full speed ahead. Like everything now that you need the excitement level to go up because they want people to tune in to Mania. And they want the storyline. They want you to feel the storyline, so they really go all out. And then, but with like you're saying with that, but then what happens is you have injuries because everybody's turned up the volume so loud that you have injuries. You do, like you had, the WrestleMania here in LA. We got to see Finn get his head stapled in the middle of the match.
That was bad.
Okay, so yeah, it happens.
I thought the WWE was going to give us a swerve.
All right.
Because of the whole Bianca and Jay Cargill, being women's champion. They were also in the Queen of the Ring qualifying matches. Both of them lost. Then Bianca comes with the whole knee injury thing. Then for some reason they put them in a tag match on the kickoff show of King and Queen of the Ring against Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. And that was a good match. Not for nothing. That match should have been on the card instead of being in the kickoff.
Right. No, I agree. They've made tag team. The bittersweet thing is that they're making the tag team division, the women's tag team division, more exciting to watch. Even though we know this mega power thing is going to happen. I mean, you can see it almost like now every finish. If you go back and look, they do their finisher, and then you have Bianca like hurry up and jump on the pin. I think there's something there. They're gonna keep like when they turn on each other, Jay's gonna like see. Look at every time we have a title defense or whatever, you always got to get the pinfall. I did the move and then you go do the pinfall. Like this is going to like so I could see the little breadcrumbs happening.
Right. Listen, that finisher.
It's dope
that they do.
Yeah.
I don't know who came up with that, but that finisher. Like I was watching, I was like, "Oh shit!" Like that's the one thing that came out. I was like, "Oh my god!" Like I want to try that in a WWE 2K game. That's how dope that thing is. They got to put it in the next time because that was good to see. Because I was just like, damn, like they're showing how strong they are, as a tag team,
right? And like I said, it's more now. You want to the tag team championship, the women's tag team championship's coming on. I'm watching this, and it's just sad that they're gonna break up this. Like I wish there was another way. Can we get this for a year? Can we not have them break up? I like to watch. I want to watch them wrestle more.
Yeah,
it would be nice for them to have an official name of the tag team and merch.
I mean, we gave them their own tag team.
Right.
Well, not us, not me and you.
Right.
But like the IWC general, what the hell is going on outside of my house right now? We got the fire department out here. Jesus Christ. The IWC gave them an official name of Black Girl Magic, right? But they really do need a tag team name.
Yes. Even if they just adopt that one, I think everybody would go with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and they need merch. They need I need I need a tag team set here, like something, like I say, I think there's some money there that they're kind of leaving on the table.
Ken goes, maybe we'll get him a mutual respect breakup. I mean, that would be cool. You know what I mean? Because eventually, I'm assuming they have to think of a way to break them up.
Mm-hmm.
Because this right here is just elevating Jade a whole lot more.
Mm-hmm.
And like now you're seeing the leadership role that Bianca could give in the women's division.
Or they can be like a women's New Day.
Right.
That could be as well. Because I remember when New Day started, we were all just waiting, like, this ain't gonna. They're gonna break up at some point. Never happens. So
How many years later are they still together?
right. And world titles won by two members, and so
Mm-hmm.
maybe something like that, because because in the back maybe they're like, no, we don't want to do some kind of betrayal storyline.
Right.
So let's see. Again, we got to just see. But but they were, like you said, that finisher is dope. I'd like to see more of them. Line them up and let's go. Line up the other tag teams and let's go.
Ken brought up something really good when he was just like he would love to see a heel Bianca Belair, and I think a lot of people forget Bianca Belair in NXT when she played the heel role. I think this is, we've seen her so much as a baby face
right
now in the main roster that we forget that back in the day she really was a heel.
Yes.
In NXT.
Yes. The War Games before the pandemic, she was on the heel team.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then she showed up at the pandemic WrestleMania and saved saved her husband, and that's when she became a babyface.
Right.
But otherwise, she was heel.
Xavier might be turning soon, though. I don't think so. Not for nothing. I can never see Xavier Woods as a heel. With all the stuff that he does, I can't see it. Like you have to go. For me to believe Xavier Woods to be a heel, you have to go super dark.
Well, I mean, because it's like, the funny thing is that New Day started out as like it was a babyface group that there's like, all right, let's go with the booze and just turn heel, even though we're still we're gonna basically do the same things but be heel. So they cheat to win matches basically. Now be our heel part. But like you said, if he's gonna turn for any of the New Day at this point to turn heel, like you said, it has to be like they're bashing people's heads in with chairs and stuff, like for looking at me. That's
see, DJ. This is why me and you get along so well, because I was waiting for you to finish, and I was just like, and I was gonna say the same thing, like for Xavier Woods to make a believable heel, like he has to take a steel chair and just go across Kofi Kingston's head, bro. Like he has to like beat the shit out of him and leave him there.
Just all of a sudden, just flip.
Yep.
Like they're in the ring dancing around and pop, and then and then beat the hell out of them.
Or even backstage.
Right.
Just do it backstage. Yeah.
Window.
But man, let's get back into King Queen of the Ring. Sami Zayn defended the IC title against Bronson Reed and Chad Gable. I was hoping that Chad Gable was gonna win this match.
I thought Chad was gonna win it. Yep.
He was my pick to win this match. And then once again, I don't know what is it that Chad Gable needs to do in order to become champion.
I think he needs to get all the way away from the group. Like I think it's when he drops that entire group. That's when he'll win a title, right? Like pretty much almost right after that.
Right.
So probably at the next Mania, he'll win one of these titles.
I like the pre-show when they were going over this match, and they were talking about like Chad Gable's attitude change,
Mm-hmm.
and Big E came out and said, "Well, when he's like, I can understand why," and I, I'm just gonna like paraphrase what he was saying. If he was just like, I can understand why he has an attitude when you put an Olympic champion wear basketball shorts and a basketball shirt, and you call him Shorty G. That kind of fucks with you, you know. So yeah, of course, fucking Chad Gable's mad. You had
Right.
this man going around calling himself Shorty G.
That's right.
Did we forget the Shorty G era
I
of
don't.
Chad Gable's career?
I don't think we have. And then did his? So wait, did Chad's contract come up?
I don't think so. I
Or
haven't
whose
heard any
contract are we
talks of it.
talking about here? Is it or was it Seth's?
Any smoke behind him not resigning yet? His contract expires next week. I don't think so. I don't remember. I mean, I could look into it, but I mean, I could look into this right now and see. But I didn't hear anything about Chad Gable's contract being up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still wondering because remember, I mean, I don't know. That's a really good question.
Right. Just saw you saw it on the Sean Ross report.
Mm. Yeah, it says Chad Gable's WWE deal up soon. Oh, let's see. Fightful Select is reporting that WWE contract. Oh, my whole screen just went a whole completely different color right now. Oh, here we go. Is it? No. Turn it. It's live,
Ads
folks.
trying to
It's
come
live.
in. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
All
it's
the ads
live,
that when
folks.
you try to, I'm like, dude, I just want to read this article.
Yeah, that's all I want to do right now. Okay, Fightful Select is reporting that WWE contract of Alpha Academy Chad Gable is selected to expire at the end of next week. As of Wednesday, the belief is that no new deal has been reached between Gable and WWE. If he does, in fact, reach free agency, Gable is expected to receive interest from across the entire industry, which I can totally see that
Mm-hmm.
happening because I could see somebody like Tony Khan trying to pick up Chad Gable and
Right.
making him into a star in AEW. Which, not for nothing, if WWE loses somebody like Chad Gable,
Mm-hmm.
it's so fucked up because you have a star in Chad Gable.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like he can give you so much, and all he's asking for is a chance.
Well, I mean, he's getting them. It's not like he's been in title. He's getting title matches. Uh,
No, but
he's
he
getting
needs a
storylines.
title. He needs a title just to elevate him a little bit more.
Okay, so give it a like. So this ain't like so because one of my things with AEW is like, okay, everybody gets a title. Like, can we hold on? Like, it's it's like it's not like he's never going to win.
Hmm.
He's obviously going to win at some point. Um, in this story, like again with in this storyline, with the way that things are happening with when the Alpha Academy is outside the ring, he can't win. Like that's why he's not winning. Like there's
Hmm.
a rhyme and reason that he's losing. Um, but I'm also not for hey, let's just give everybody a title.
Hmm.
Um, okay, people are just walking through the door at AEW and winning titles. And so what's the point? So after a while, what's the point?
Yeah.
Just everybody that's good. Okay, let's all win titles. Like you and I did not grow up with the participation trophy. I didn't grow up with
Yeah.
participation
I
trophy.
didn't either. You lost. If you
Yeah.
didn't win, you wasn't getting anything. That's
Okay,
just the
so I'm
way.
not. I'm just not into just everybody win a title. I'm not. It
Mhm.
really it bugs me.
See, and I thought because Ken brung up doing a Team Angle 2.0, putting
Hmm.
Chad Gable with the Creed brothers. I thought
Hmm.
that was a direction that they were going once he started doing the things that he was doing to Alpha Academy.
Hmm.
And especially they started bringing the Creed brothers back up to Monday Night Raw, because if you think of it, like, the Creed brothers have been on Main Event a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really get too much TV time. They put them on Main Event and they put them on house shows. That is it. Then they started bringing them back up again. And I was just like, okay, we may get that Team Angle 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
No, nothing yet. Nothing yet. They're just pulling on my heartstrings right now, trying to see how much they can get from me.
I guess they want to have this, the ceremonious breakup of him and Alpha Academy first. You'll probably even have Alpha Academy jumping him, right? And then the Creed brothers come out and save him. And then, of course they're not going to call themselves Team Angle 2.0, but then that'll be your introduction to them as he's, this break with the Alpha Academy.
Mm-hmm.
So, let it happen. Like, again, it's not too late. We didn't have the last episode of wrestling. Okay, hold on.
I guess.
So it can still happen.
We'll put the pin on that and see. Yeah, we'll put the pin on it. See how that goes.
Yep.
Hopefully it's a good outcome. For me, I feel like, I know you were saying like Otis and Tozawa most likely would jump Chad Gable. I kind of see it the other way around, where I see the Creed brothers jumping them, and it had to do with Chad Gable type of thing, and that's how we get that team started. And like Ivy Niles turning on Maxine, and making her watch that. That's just me. That's just me writing in my own head.
I could go either way. I could see it either way. But they're definitely, especially after this last match, this match at King and Queen of the Ring, it's about over.
Yeah. Last match that we could talk about from King and Queen of the Ring, Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul. I'm gonna tell you right off the bat, I was fucking bored. They had maybe it's just me. Maybe you liked it. I didn't. Yeah, they had some cool little spots that Logan Paul did and stuff like that. But that's what he's known for. He's known for these, risky, TikTok-y, I want to go viral spots like he always does. This is the second time he's done this spot where he kind of jumps off from the ring into the announce table, and they try to make it like a oh my god moment, and I'm just like, we've seen this a million times.
With the camera angle.
Yeah.
Like almost like a selfie camera angle as he.
Yeah, we've seen it a whole bunch of times.
Yeah, I just I think it took some luster off of the match to make it only for one title. That took some, you guys took some oomph out of it.
Yep.
And I'm it's sad if like all of a sudden this guy has pull backstage. Like, hey, okay, I know I got to lose this match, but I'm not losing this title. Hopefully that's not happening. Like, that is coming out of the top of my head. I'm not hearing nothing or nothing like that. But yeah, it was, it was it was an average match. Like, it was an average world title. Hero gets in trouble, finds a way to win,
Right.
So, I think what's we're kind of spoiled a little bit because we are used to, like, when you watch a Roman title defense, some calamity is going to happen. Like, you're going to get a match, and then something's going to happen. Like, something controversial is going to happen somewhere down the line of the match.
Exactly.
And you didn't really get that in this, at least in this match. Like, I'm not saying down the line. I'm sure some people, like, you're going to get some heels down the line that's going to try to cheat, and then that'll give us some spice. But yeah, that's what it is. We've been spoiled. Like, as much as people complained about how many times Roman defended the title, you're used to. We are now used to his match style,
We
and that's
are
what we're looking for.
no, you're absolutely right. We are used to his match style.
Yep.
Ken is a full Logan Paul supporter. He says that he's a star.
Yep.
He says that he
Yeah.
rocks with him.
He rocks.
And he also says that he says I think they want to give the title to LA Knight, and that's why they took it off the line. Well, if you listen, if WWE plans to give this title to LA Knight, they need to start cooking this week. Like, we record on Thursday. Friday's gonna come around. We got Friday Night SmackDown in Albany. Start cooking this shit now. I don't want to wait 2 months.
SummerSlam.
I don't want SummerSlam. I just do it. Pull the trigger already, ladies and gentlemen. Like stop the bullshit.
Mhm.
And it's the same thing with and you're right, because you're right when you say that we're so used to the Roman style of wrestling,
Mhm.
because if this would have been Roman Reigns, there would have been another challenger. The minute he would have put his hand in the air,
Mhm.
somebody would have hit. The music would have hit. Brock Lesnar, Stone
Right.
Cold, John Cena. Somebody would have came out.
Right.
It's like WWE does not know who to put in front of Cody Rhodes next. And we talked about this last week when I went with the Knuckleheads last week, and I said, because Lay brought up the fact that he's just like, yo, Cody's title reign right now is boring as shit. And everyone in that chat
It
agreed.
was unanimous.
There was unanimous decision that Cody Rhodes' title reign is starting to become dry.
Mm-hmm. It started to become Popeye's biscuit.
It's Popeye's biscuit dry, bro. You know what I mean? And I was just like, damn, I got to get DJ's opinion on this.
Okay.
And be like, to see if it's just a stamp for approval. It's
Okay.
like jury. It's like we're all the jury. Everyone said guilty. You're the only one. We're waiting for you. So I ask you this: what do you think of Cody Rhodes' title reign so far? Now, mind you, it's only been maybe like a month and a half.
Right. So we're just saying so far. We're not saying that
So
this is how it's
far.
gonna be. Right.
Right.
But yeah, so far it is. I gotta go with Popeye's biscuit so far.
All right.
All right.
He's guilty. Send him to
Right.
jail.
Okay. And then I also gotta say, it all like so as cool as Logan, I saw what they were shooting for to have Logan be a title defense for him.
Right.
But with so what it is again, like we've said this a few times, white meat baby faces, you can't do it anymore. You cannot do white meat baby face anymore, especially as your world champion. It does not work. Nobody wants to see that anymore. So if you're gonna have Cody as your champion, then all your heel challengers have to be nasty. Like they gotta be just assholes. Like so Gunther, for Gunther to win the King of the Ring was a very good thing to do. If that's the challenger, then yeah, that match is going to be better for Cody, because you need a bad guy for you to want to root for Cody. And the reason why we rooted for Cody for WrestleMania was people were tired of Roman. Like, no, well, he needs to lose. I'm tired of this. But it was like a good time. It was like not like tired of seeing like say Chris Jericho every week. It was no, I'm just like it was like a good like I want this guy to lose, kind of thing, but in a good way, not a go away heat way. So yeah, and that's what he needs. Like the opponents have to be bad to like. That's why we liked Hulk Hogan for so long, was because of those run of heels that he had lined up for him. They were such assholes that you couldn't wait for Hulk Hogan to beat this guy's ass. So so that's the work that they need to do is, okay, he's got his character down pat. Now we need to have these people that we want to see him beat. Like we want him to beat them. Like that's what is missing.
Mm-hmm. I want Cody to like defend the title in a way where it's where you're kind of nervous to think like, yo, he could lose his title this week.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
Like
I had no fear of Logan Paul.
No.
I was not scared of him when
I looked at that match and I said to myself, I was just like, if they was to give this title to Logan Paul, then you know what?
We would go back to that low period of WWE.
I would stop watching WWE.
Yeah,
I would just throw it out
to that low period.
I'll just start reporting on TNA stuff because I'll just be like, listen.
Or highlights. We'll go over
that. I'm like, I'll look like DJ, you can talk about WWE. I have no idea what's going on. I stopped watching because Logan Paul is champion now. Like, I'm good. You know what I mean?
Logan Paul is champion, boy.
Logan Paul is WWE champion, you know. So I'm out. But seriously, like, I don't know. They got to do something. Even Ken says, he's like, Cody's title run has been drier than the turkeys that Nino Brown was handing out in New Jack City.
Oh, damn.
This is why I love Thursday nights. This is why I love the chat that we have, because we're not the only ones that feel this way, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're listening to the audio version of this and you're thinking like, man, these two guys are fucking assholes, they don't know what they're talking about. We welcome you to come in on a Thursday and talk with us, because the people in the chat are even going to talk to you and tell you how they feel.
No, we are totally. If we're ever wrong, tell me I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. No, I don't go kicking and screaming if somebody has something to say,
has a different opinion.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Let's see who's the next person that is going to try and challenge.
You gotta build these heels.
Cody.
It's time to build heels. That's basically what we got. And
I want to know
who's basically the best heel.
The thing about it is he's on Raw,
right?
So he's basically trying to challenge Damian Priest. Now we have SmackDown. You already went through AJ.
Yep.
You went through Logan Paul. Who's next?
See, off the top of my head, I don't even know. Not off the top of my head. Like, maybe we'll find, like you said, maybe tomorrow somebody will poke their head out. But
I'm hoping,
dude, SmackDown, you need heels. Like, if we were playing universe mode, where you do the draft at the beginning of the mode, like whoever was drafting, you didn't draft enough bad guys.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah. See, Solo. Like, I mean, only way that gets interesting is that now you got to fight the bloodline again.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have all this so it's gonna be him versus Solo, but it's really him versus all three of them, right? So
yep.
So that could be interesting because of that fact, not really because of Solo, at least yet. Okay, I just haven't seen the character development for Solo quite yet. I do, he's come out of his shell. Like, I'm gonna give him some kudos there. He came out of the shell that he was in, but just not like main event status. I don't see quite yet.
Let's see. Chad was saying that Cody needs a major heel, maybe someone like Randy Orton.
Man, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. Of heel Randy Orton.
Right. But the thing about it, I haven't seen Randy Orton in like heel mode. Right? He's just been a baby face this whole time that he's been back.
He can flip that switch whenever he wants to. So I'm not worried about him switching to a heel. Like,
can his back hold up?
As long as you can hold up enough to give me a match. And because how Randy is, like, leading up to the match, he's gonna screw with the guy's head, you're gonna, so yeah, I think he's got at least, he's got another run in him
I
from what I
guess.
can see. At
I
least to
guess.
give us to buy us some time, to buy us some time to get us another heel here.
And that's sad.
Yeah, yeah, they don't have enough bad guys. That is I think we kind of found the problem here for SmackDown. They went for so much babyface power that wait, we need bad guys. I think they're
And this
realizing it
is
right now.
and this is why when we had the Roman era, it was beautiful.
Because you had
Because
already the ultimate heel, so
Roman went on both brands.
right,
He just
Talking
didn't stay
smack.
on SmackDown.
Right,
So you had people from Raw trying to get at him. You had people from SmackDown trying to get at him. You had part-timers trying to get at him. Like, this is why the man didn't have, like, I know people, when I say he didn't really have a lot of rest, and people look at me and be like, well, he defending the title every week, like the way Seth Rollins was. But
you need
Seth Rollins was looking for opponents
right.
when Roman was just getting opponent after opponent after opponent. You know what? All right, I'll take a shot. All right, fuck it. Let's do this
Right.
type of thing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see that happening with Cody. It's like everyone's just too happy that he's champion. Oh, Cody's my friend. Oh, Cody is champ. Fuck that shit. Smack the shit out your friend, bro. Sometimes some of our friends need a good smack in the face, and Cody's one of those people. You need to smack him in the face.
I think that's a T-shirt.
Yeah. The Rock
That
smacking
might be a
Cody
t-shirt.
Rhodes. That's a t-shirt. It's on WWE shop right now, probably.
That's true.
It's probably on sale.
Yep. Yep. Because now the Mania stuff will be half off or even more.
Yeah,
now.
I'm buying it because I know shit is on sale now. So I can buy it now. It's on sale.
Right. But yeah, no, that is the weak spot is we need bad guys. Need bad guys.
Let's jump into our favorite group of people, and that's AEW.
Woohoo!
AEW had their pay-per-view, Double or Nothing. They had it on Sunday. It was funny because Triple H made the announcement that the King and Queen of the Ring winners will get title shots. Tony Khan announced on pay-per-view with Owen Hart's wife that the winners of the Owen Hart Cup will get title shots now.
Right.
So it was just like, hey, you could do that? I could do that too.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because we talked about before, we was just like, when you win the Owen Hart Cup, what exactly are you getting besides a belt?
Not at first, nothing.
So now you get title shots.
Back and a firm handshake is.
You get a congratulations, you played yourself.
Yeah. Which they the first tournament, they made it painfully obvious they were gonna make the couple win the tournament. And Cole and Britt Baker.
That was such the wrong move because that didn't.
Like,
that
you guys
did
gonna make
nothing.
this painfully obvious. You're gonna.
The minute he got into AEW, yeah,
I was almost all the way correct on all my predictions on this show because I know how they like to do things with their titles.
Right. Yeah, and you know what? And
when I missed with Swerve.
Yeah. So I remember you picked, let's see, Malachi Black. You picked Christian Cage to win. And then you gave me Gunther, Liv, Mercedes, and Osprey. So yeah, shit, you hit everything right on the nail, except for Christian Cage.
So Swerve won, which I thought they were going to screw him. That's the only. I love that Swerve won, but I just thought they were going to. I was like, here we go. They're just going to give it to whoever.
I know why you thought that. It's because he's black and they do nothing for him. It's okay.
Because wait till we talk about Dynamite after this. Anyway, so let's just start it Double or Nothing before we go to Dynamite.
Let's go to Double or Nothing. So Deonna Purrazzo took on Thunder Rosa in the buy-in guess this was the pre-show to this, which
Right.
Deanna Pro. I understand Thunder Rosa
Mm-hmm.
because of all the backstage politics stuff and everything. So it's more like she's trying to work her way back up. But what the
Right.
fuck did Deanna Peraza do to get stuck in a buy-in?
Just be to not be one of the new people, like one of the newest people, I should say. That's it. That's all she did.
Unbelievable.
She's not one of the newest people. So now, okay, we go on out there to the. We gave you your title shot when you first walked in. Now time to go to the. Now you go to the pre-show.
Before we get into the next match, shout out to the Dirty Heels. My man Kofi's in the building saying, I love you guys. We love you too.
There
What's
you
going
go.
on?
Thank you.
Let's see. The Acclaim took on the Cage of Anarchy, right? That was the Acclaim winning that match. Another good tag team that went from being on the main event card to being stuck now on a buy-in show.
The rightful, in my opinion, they are the rightful tag team champions. Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
like they were white hot with like the crowd was all into them.
Yep.
Still are, like they still. As soon as you hear that first couple of beats, you're waiting to
Mm-hmm.
hear what the disc bars are gonna be when he comes out, and you took the titles off of them for no reason at all. And then a team that again keeps getting rammed at, like you guys are how are you ramming the ass boys down our throat thinking that is the how are these guys still so anyway. So
like
yeah,
the
so
dad,
I'm
the,
happy
the
that
dad, the dad
Yeah.
is better than the fucking two sons.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Ken is like, what happened to the whole Bang Bang Scissor Gang? Not for nothing, that idea was pretty smart of having all of these guys together, and then all of a sudden just broke them up. And it's just like, okay, now what do you do? Oh, okay, we'll continue to have the Bang Bang Gang on a main event card because they're holding titles, and then the team that everybody loves, we'll just stick them in a pre-show, get the crowd hyped, get them excited. It's a fucking joke.
Yeah. So yeah, poor like that's. So again, so can we like just for a second, can you imagine the Acclaim in WWE? Like what kind of like
I think there would be a way better.
Where they got to do their whole entrance and everything with the WWE crowd.
Almost like R-Truth.
Yes, it would be like our truth. Yep. So, okay. What was the next match?
No, they'll be great on like NXT, but I don't think main roster wise they're gonna keep them to have such a long entrance.
What one? I mean, like you had Enzo, and Enzo did his whole thing before. Like it would just basically be that amount of time. I think it'll be fine. I think they would let them do it.
It definitely have to be censored a little bit.
They're gonna say, okay, look, here's your, here's what's out of bounds. Like, go ahead and do something, but here's your, here's the border right here. Here's the don't be. Here's the line right here.
Will Ospreay defeated Roderick Strong for the international championship.
Huge surprise.
I mean, everybody kind of knew that the writing was on the wall that he was going to win this match. I would have liked for Roderick Strong to win the match, keep the title.
This is my so. Again, what I don't like is that you have folks that have been there this long. Worked. I mean, Roderick Strong, for example, he worked his ass off to get on the roster, get
Mm-hmm.
some matches in, and then win a title. So you made him climb a ladder, which was fine. I like seeing a guy climb a ladder to win a title. That's to me that should be how it goes. You let this guy walk right again, so I get to just walk in the door. If all I gotta do is be somebody popular from Japan, and I get to walk in the door and win it, and like basically leap over everybody else that's been there and get a title
I mean, we've seen it twice.
in one night
Mm-hmm.
on this pay per view.
I just want to see now because I don't know. For Will Ospreay,
Mm-hmm.
AEW did something this week that just it threw me off. So he wins the title on Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
and then on Wednesday, it's thrown into a gauntlet match that was all over the place.
Well, this is so. Here's the thing. That was the Casino Royale match. That's the match that was like. So that's. I was upset that I'm like, wait, this is like the match. This is why you call it Double or Nothing. The Casino Royale match was the staple of Double or Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it on Dynamite the next day?
You could have just took Deonna Purrazzo out or the Acclaimed out and put this match in.
Exactly. It's a staple of that event. That's what it's for. Like that's why it's called the Casino Royale match. Gee, and then so okay, like you said, so Will Ospreay is the the untouchable action figure at this point because
Mm-hmm. He's the new toy in Toy Story.
Yeah. Because you get to have this knockdown drag out fight on Sunday and then come back on your Wednesday show and win that so you can get another title shot.
Crazy. Why? So now we have Will Ospreay taking on Swerve at Forbidden Door. So that means that the international title is not going to be on the line on his pay-per-view, which we're already normally used to already seeing that title defended every week and at every pay-per-view.
Right, because it's kind of like a television title.
Great job, AEW. Great job.
Which, I mean, obviously, Will's going to win this thing. Like, he's going to have Will have every belt. He's going to do him like Omega.
No.
He's going to be like the new Kenny Omega. He's going to have every belt.
Mark my words, there's not going to be a winner to this match.
Okay. That's interesting.
Two champions. One is climbing the popularity ladder quickly, and you want to make him look strong all the time. For him to lose to Swerve kind of brings down his stock a little bit. So I can see this match ending in a way where both guys are going to get jumped by somebody.
I just don't trust the booking that much. I just think that I just see I'm just going on what I've seen. Yeah, like Clown said, Ultimo Dragon 2.0. Yeah, that's what I see. I think that he's gonna have him. You're gonna have freaking I think he just loves this guy.
Uh-huh.
And he cannot. He just wants him to wear every just like your favorite action figure. Like when you were a kid and your favorite action figure, he was the tag team champion, the world champion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, like I just don't. I right now I don't see him ever having this guy lose at the moment, and he like collects belts. I just think he made him the superhero all of a sudden that you can't beat.
I really hope that doesn't happen, because for him to be a double champion and to hold two major titles in AEW is just. I'm just gonna click it off.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna click. I'm just gonna click the TV off and be like, all right, I'm. We're
He's
gonna
got-
have to make a. We're gonna have to make a whole new show on Thursdays because like,
he's gonna be the FTW champion. He's
Yep. Listen,
which that
I'm
would be
happy.
kind of entertaining to me. I'm tired of
Ooh.
Jericho, so
I mean, speaking of Jericho, Jericho did defeat Hook and Sabata for the
yeah.
for the FTW title that they had on the line, which still is not recognized as a title, as an official title for AEW. But Chris Jericho is making it work. You know what I mean? They continue to put this out there. And God bless them for trying, because even on Wednesday when they did the Learning Tree segment on AEW, I actually like that, because you know what? He's playing to the crowd. He's just like, oh, I'm going to get more TV time. So who wants
Did you
to
see
talk
that
to Chris
freaking
Jericho?
set?
Yo, let
I
me tell you
thought
something.
Barney was on that bad boy.
Yo, all of Chris Jericho's TV sets that he does for these shows that he does, I don't know if he has like a hand in designing these things, but I love them. Remember in WWE when he did the Chris Jericho show on there, he did the real thing. That was dope. You know what I mean? And like now when he does the the Learning Tree segments on AEW, I enjoy it because everyone boos him. Everyone says that he needs to retire, and he soaks it all up.
But it's real though. Like it's like it's like when it's a real criticism that you no, dude, for real. I'm like, it's like the crowd's like, no, Chris, I'm not saying
really
this as part of the show. You really need to. I don't want to see you anymore.
Like get the fuck off my TV.
Yeah, it's like, oh, he's soaking it in. No, the crowd's got no, Chris. Like, put kayfabe to the side. I don't want to see you anymore. Like, drop the title and get off the TV.
But like, yo, I was 13 years old when I saw you. Like, I have a 13-year-old kid now. Why is he watching you on TV?
I was in high school.
This shouldn't be happening.
I think before
Chris.
high school, I saw you on AAA.
Holy shit!
Like, hot damn. It's all right. Now you can, if you wanted to, okay, you got another title you can put on your resume. Go away. I don't go. Come on. So no, I'm going to disagree with you on this. It needs to end now. Like this is like I like how so people that are like really pro AEW, they get the most upset I ever see them get is when you say this is reminding me of WCW, man. When going towards the end, I
agree with you.
Yeah, it's like, dude, it's the same. Like you have certain people that push themselves into the main event, even that they're not even over with people, and they're pushing themselves into the main event. You have only certain people get to win titles. Only certain people are get to be on TV, and you have all this talent. There's so much talent in catering in AEW. It's embarrassing. And you don't see people for months on end. You don't see people. It's horrible. Like that. Come on.
Yeah, Tony Khan is a wrestling collector. He is one of us. You see how you have all your action figures displayed in the background, right? You're proud of that display, right? How many times do you use any of those action figures behind you?
Never.
So you're Tony Khan.
Yeah. Now, when I was a kid, on my Sting shelf, there was a few of those, like to even like double down on what you're saying. A couple of those figures have never lost a match.
Exactly.
just to double down on what you're saying. That's how old some of those figures are.
So Tyler's in the building right now. He goes,
what up?
Desperately need of a brand split will solve the overpopulation of AEW. But they did that though. There was supposed to be talent They were supposed to go to Collision, aka the CM Punk show, and there was people that were going to stay on Dynamite. There were people that were going to stay just to do Rampage, but then he just continues to throw money at people. So it's like right now you get the new toy treatment. I buy you, I use you on Dynamite, you do one little thing for Rampage, and then you get stuck on Collision until we need you again.
Right.
Because Bryan Danielson is stuck on fucking Collision. Adam Copeland is stuck on Collision now. FTR is stuck on Collision now.
And then look what happens when they have main event matches.
Yep.
If they have a main event match against anybody on the Elite, what happens?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this main of we'll keep going down the card here, but that main event, yeah, I got when the brand split
it was.
working.
Yeah, I mean, it was popular when Punk was there because everybody wanted to see what the hell CM Punk was going to do.
Right.
I'm happy that Toni Storm is still women's champion. We need to protect Toni Storm at all costs. Because the minute you take this title away from Toni Storm, Mercedes Moné is going to end up getting this title from whoever's holding it.
I say she's going to beat Toni Storm, probably at Wembley.
Fuck no.
Not that I'm
Not
I'm
again.
saying just the way that they book. This is what I don't like it. I think Toni should like you're saying, like she should just be champ for a while. But
yeah,
I just think at all in or out, whatever it is at Wembley, Mercedes is gonna take the title from her.
Let's talk about Mercedes. her non-rhythm ass right now.
Yeah.
Fucking non-rhythm ass. Yo, she was dancing to music and she was offbeat.
Right.
Like, she beats Willow for the title due to help from Statlander, right? But she's starting to look thicker than normal. Like, shit, fuck are you eating, girl? Like, goddamn.
Well,
and now,
what she was wearing too was like she was basically wearing lingerie with a jacket.
Hey,
like, wait, what's going on?
I'm with it. I'm hoping that's a new ring gear at this point, if that's the case. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was no surprise that Mercedes was going to win this title.
No. It was sad, but no, it was not a surprise.
As much money as they're giving her, you better put a title on her.
Well, yeah, because she's shown that she'll walk out. Like, I don't like the way this, this title match is not going the way I like it, so I'm walking out. She's already shown
exactly.
to do that.
So now it's just what is next for Mercedes, and I said it in the group chat on Wednesday that you can definitely tell the difference on how Tony Khan treats talent. Because when Swerve won the title, there was no celebration. There was just, we're going to put you in a match.
Right.
She got a little Party City, I don't know if you have a Party City on the West Coast. Okay. Decoration in the ring type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yes.
And she got to cut a fucking promo. And it wasn't until later on when they be like, when they go and they say, "Oh no, you're gonna have a match on Dynamite later on tonight." After she found out that Sky Blue attacked her when she was doing the interview, and then Sky Blue attacked her again, which kudos to Sky Blue because she made that segment. Because I was completely bored with Mercedes in that segment.
I was as well. Um, first off, I almost went to this show, but the prices didn't drop to where I wanted them, so that's why I didn't go.
Mm.
And so I was like, nah, I'm just gonna watch on TV. And like you said, there were times during Dynamite where I just started doing other things. And then I'll just I hear a noise, like something, then I'll poke my head in. So dude, yeah. So I just, yeah, I think I'm just over the whole CEO thing, and when I was like that yesterday, like that afternoon, like that morning, I go
Mm.
when I do a workout. My workout goes by the form when I do my workout.
Mhm.
And then so there are already kids out there lined up to see if they can see a wrestler going into the arena.
Right.
I saw one CEO shirt, and because I was working out, I couldn't stop and make fun of him. But but I really wanted to because I just somebody explain to me for real. Like I like if I'm wrong, this is my nose. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong.
Right.
What is the I don't get the appeal. What has she done where I'm supposed to goat her and she's supposed to be the superstar?
I mean, she
Especially
did.
since leaving.
She did say that she is the greatest female wrestler of all time. Did you catch
That's
that?
what I did catch that, and that's
Mm.
why I'm like, okay, please, somebody, please tell me why I'm supposed to believe that.
Right.
It's like
And
that
I saw
that
that, and I
Tracy
was just
Chapman
like,
song. Give me a reason.
mhm. I
Give me a
said,
reason.
I said, you the what? She said,
Yeah,
the greatest of all time. Who told you Muhammad Ali out this shit of the?
I, I, I thought I had. I was like, wait, did I have too many, too many high noons? Yeah,
Not for nothing. Like the as much shit as I talk about this one particular person, I feel that she is one of the greatest of all time, and that's Charlotte Flair.
okay. Now, see,
Like,
but you have a. Even if you told me you thought she was the goat, right?
right.
Just all this, boom, she's the goat. You have an argument. Like, there's an argument there. Like, I would have to listen to your argument, and there you have some meat behind it, if that's what you believe for
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte. Charlotte's done the work. The work is there. I can go look at
Yep.
tape, and the work is there. Okay, so but I don't see it with her. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. Somebody help me. Like Kenny's Ken up there is like, I'm trying. He's
Mm-hmm.
like, she's making me, I don't know what to tell you.
Ken, hold on, I gotta put Ken's comment on the
Yeah.
screen here. She's making
He's
me
like,
look bad. I'm trying to defend her, but it's tough. Yeah,
he's like, I
it's
don't
like
know what to tell you.
it's like a well done steak.
Yep.
You're fighting it, bro. You should have just got a medium rare, like because this shit is tough. But I want to see what happens now because they already put one person in front of her in Sky Blue, which
Mm-hmm.
they should have just waited if that's the case.
Mm-hmm.
Because now who's next to get a shot at Mercedes? This is the same thing that we had the issue with Cody. It's like, who do you put in front of this person to continue to elevate the title and continue to make her stock rise as a title holder in AEW?
Well, and then just for a second, I want to also say, like, I'm kind of upset for Willow Nightingale. So here's somebody. So just like we were just talking about, she was on freaking Dark. Okay, she used to wrestle on freaking AEW Dark,
Mm-hmm.
and she works her way all the way up to being, one of the main event matches at a pay-per-view to
Mm-hmm.
lose to the person that just walked through the door.
Again.
Come on. Like that she finally wins the title and everything, and oh she got here, so So now you got to get that up. But thank you for holding that for her.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna need the title though. Give me that.
Crown is like Saraya's is the dream match. You haven't really seen much of Saraya.
Because she's not supposed to be taking bumps. This is why I was like, I remember the Wembley show, and I'm just like, the reason why I wasn't all that excited about her winning a title is like, dude, she can't look at all of her work in AEW. She cannot take bumps.
Nope.
How do you have a wrestler that can't take bumps? She's not a wrestler anymore. So that's why you haven't seen her in so long. It's like, because it's like, okay, you had your time at Wembley, you gave her the title. Okay, thank you. We need you to go in the back because we don't have that kind of insurance. So, so go to the back. Thank you.
She was supposed to have a match on Wednesday and it got canceled.
See.
And then I remember you sent me something today where she had said, like, she's happy to work for a company where like the boss lets her talk
when she first got
something
there.
Like that, right? When she first got, and now there was and then you followed up with the next picture where there was a tweet that said, "I have a lot to say," and I'm just like, I wonder what it is.
Yeah. Blues Clues. So dude. So again, everybody when they get there, they're this whole anti WWE. Oh, they're gonna. I'm gonna show you, and then after you get used, oh, now I got something to say. I'm tired of eating celery back here in catering. That's not what he told me when he signed me up.
Oh, we're gonna make you a huge star. You're gonna be better than you was in WWE.
I'm watching the Casino Royale match. You got Cesaro. I'm still calling him Cesaro. I'm sorry. And and you lose to the guy who just walked in. Like he straight looked like he was about to be the guy that was going to win this match. And then the guy who just walked. Nope. It goes to the guy who just walked in. Thanks, Cesaro. Though didn't you like when you won that ROH world title? Wasn't that great?
Nobody really saw that one. Why was Keith Lee and Miro fall all the way off the map? Yeah. Well, Keith Lee has health issues. So, obviously he's going to take as much time as he needs to like deal with all the stuff that he has to deal with, like personal, like his personal life. Miro, I think, still probably has personal issues as well now because he was ready. He was just sitting backstage doing nothing. And then him and Lana end up getting a divorce. And I guess that sent him, to whatever. Because she's out here fucking drinking and showing her tits to everybody like the whore she is. But hey, that's just me. In my opinion. Fuck if anybody else thinks about it. She's doing
the divorced woman thing.
Yeah, she's with Damian. I heard she's with Damian Priest now, but that's the rumor.
There were pictures with them at Mania.
Well, she's everywhere.
Started. Oh, she's been everywhere. I saw some pictures where she was in town over here for a while, and I was like, oh wait, what? What lounge is that at? I'm just asking for a friend. So
she ain't got nothing better to do. But back to the card. Swerve took on Christian Cage. This was actually a really good match. I wasn't really looking forward to this match because I was just like, damn, they're probably going to take the title away from Swerve just because of the way they've been treating him the last couple of weeks. But he beat Christian Cage. He's still your AEW champion. It was a really good match. It shows, like, I think watching this match, it shows why Christian was worth the money that they spent in signing him and giving him these big opportunities because he's good. As a veteran, he's putting over someone that, yes, you are the champion. You know what I mean? And I'm going to make you look like $1 million. Like you already look like you're already $500,000.
Right.
But I'm gonna add the rest to make you the full mill.
And then to cement what you're saying, look at the contrast of the match that they put him in on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That so so this is my so again, nobody like again, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Or maybe this is just me. If this is just me and I'm being old, hey, I can live with it. But why is it that your world champion is so he just had a title match,
Mm-hmm.
and then your main show coming out of the pay-per-view, you have him in another middle of the card match, and this is your world champion. I just hold when somebody's your world champion, I just hold it for as a high regard still. Silly me. So, and he's going against this mid card. Like, I mean, come on now. This guy is a mid card, like, borderline jobber wrestler. That's what he is. How is he kicking out of finishers?
I don't know.
He's kicking out of finishers. Okay. Again, you're world champion. This is the weekly show. And, and then finally it takes this whole effort for him to beat this middle. Like, it should not. This should have been like a 5-minute match. Luchasaurus gets a couple of moves in, and then that's it. And then he makes the comeback, and that's it. That should have been it. No kicking out of finishers for you and on the weekly show, and you're a mid card guy. Stop doing this. So it's to me it's disrespectful. Like it's you're the world champion. You're the world champion of the company.
They're gonna continue to do this thing to Swerve over and over again. It does, no matter what you do, they're gonna continue to do this over and over, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, okay, well, he had a good run, and that's it."
And we put a title on when WWE didn't. Like that's also what it feels like. It's like, oh, we did something WWE didn't do. We put a title on him. Wasn't that great?
Like we made him into a star.
Yeah. The star he already was, in my opinion.
But not for nothing. Like if that's legitimate, like their response, I will have to agree with them because WWE didn't really do much with him when he was in NXT. They put him with Low Dollar, you know what I mean, and
and he won a title
B-Rat and all that other shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they gave him the North American, they gave him the North American title. But what he's doing now in AEW, fighting for his life like R. Kelly, like it's
so again, I think because didn't he I don't know, like did they cut him or did he actually leave? Remind me.
No, they fired him.
Okay.
They let him go.
All right. So that's like you said, they did not give that enough time.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing with Tony Storm. Like Tony Storm asked to leave. I remember that.
Yeah. Tony Storm.
And so,
Tony Storm went and got her own ticket and just left and went home. She didn't even say bye to anybody. People thought she was going to come to the next show.
So my thing that makes me laugh about the whole thing is like, wait, so they did pretty much a comedy spot with you. Mm-hmm. And so you took your ball and went home. Then you're now doing a comedy character.
Yeah.
That shit is funny to me. And they wouldn't let me. You did you ask? Like, so you're still doing comedy. So to me, the shit's funny. These kids. So
I don't know.
Low Dollar though, that is still you're kind of I think you've messed up everybody listening when you said Low Dollar. People listening are spitting out their coffee as they're listening.
Oh no, we're gonna mess some other people up too, because was it Kenda said it, and he said, I'm gonna go back to his comment.
Put it up there.
He goes, "Yo, I forgot to mention, but this, but I have a homie that told me Caitlin Clark looks like Billy Kidman, and now I can't unsee it.
Oh no!
Right?
Oh
So
no!
because he said this, is it here? Yeah, I'm gonna put this up.
Oh, now you're gonna mess up everybody.
Oh no, yeah, of course I have to. Right? I'm hoping. Can
Oh
I make
no!
this? Can I make this bigger? Can I? Let's see this max. This it's just. I wish it would go bigger. But
Right.
if you guys look at this, he's absolutely right though.
He is right. That's why I'm like, no. Why did he say
Because
that?
look at Caitlin Clark. Let's see if I can get a bigger picture here. I'm like looking at Billy Kidman. I even had to like type it in, and I'm just like, all right, let's see if we can
Nobody said a
find.
side by side. It doesn't look like yet.
Oh, I mean, we'll do the side by side comparison. Um, but damn, he's right
Oh
though.
no!
She
Kim.
does look like Billy Kidman.
She does.
Now I
Damn.
can't unsee this.
I can't either. I feel like she's gonna do a 450 at any time.
Listen, she's been getting her ass whipped in the WNBA. She's fighting for her life too. Because, but you know what? I blame social media for that one because.
Well, it's a mixture of things. So you had, like you said, like you're gonna have a lot of hype when you come out, right? And especially like she's the lead scorer in college basketball. All right. But then you get picked number 1. So that means that team sucks.
Mm-hmm.
So so now you can't she's not that kind of player where like, oh, she can have 14 scrubs in her and then go and go beat like, a team that's like just won the championship. That's not gonna happen.
Right.
Okay, so that's what's happening. Let's see when she actually has some talent around her. I like to see what happens. But right now, everybody can just rush her every time she has the ball because they're not afraid of any of the other four ladies on the floor. So that's what's happening. That's what you're seeing.
I want to see when All-Star Weekend comes around for the WNBA.
That'll be interesting. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's gonna be great.
There you go. And then they have their own, like, 'cause they have a 3-point contest too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
So
she better win. She better win.
Well, it's going to be out of her. And remember the young lady that went against Curry was good. Like Curry had to, Curry had a little nervous moment there with her. So she can shoot.
Oh
and
yeah,
that was NBA range. But yeah, that way she can show more, I think, in that situation because now you have to play her fair,
Right. Let's see. I put down in the notes that WWE is opening the doors to TNA and the hip hop world.
Oh,
so this week we got 3 big surprise. Well, no, I'll say 2 surprises and something that we already knew that was going to happen. 3 surprises and something that we knew was going to happen because we'll talk about the next thing. And so Jordan Grace again shows up on a WWE TV. The last time we seen Jordan Grace was for the Royal Rumble. She was one of the participants, and I was so happy to see her on there. Now she's going to come back, but this time she's working with NXT, and she's going to challenge Roxanne Perez for the NXT Women's Championship. I thought this was a great pick.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, no, Jordan showed that she's got she's got the rhythm of everything that how a WWE match goes. Like she's got it all down pat. She did wonderful at the Royal Rumble. She was wonderful. So yeah, this is going to be good. This is going to be a good match.
Oh yeah. We seen another person from AEW/ROH make a debut on NXT, and we seen Ethan Page, All Ego, make his NXT debut this past Tuesday. Very under the radar stuff because nobody knew that he was signing with WWE.
Nope. And
Like,
that's cool when I like when that happens.
me too, because he was booking stuff for Alpha One, which is the wrestling promotion that he runs in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
So he was still like booking shows as he's like jumping into the WWE pool now and wrestling on NXT, which what they did there was an old school black and gold move. Because how many times did we see Adam Cole, Drew McIntyre, Andrade all come up and attack whoever the champion is,
Right.
and declare his shot at the title or make his presence known in the company.
Right.
It took me back and it put a smile on my face. I was just like, thank you. Thank you for using Ethan Page this way and giving him the respect that he deserves.
Right. No, I agree. Sean is like, I think NXT is not like it. I think NXT as a show has not been getting the flowers that they deserve.
Mm-hmm.
They have been running some good shows. Like they've had a run in some good shows here. I'm just gonna say, anybody listening to us and you were put like, if you're still on that wagon of, oh, you got put off because, when they had the logo to kind of look like a Nickelodeon logo for a while.
They tried something. They tried something different.
Yeah, that's not that's over. Like that's not what the show is. More back to when it was black and gold. So Sean is over there cooking. Okay, I saw
Right.
like, did you see the post of him and Sexy Red? Like they were,
I love that.
They were doing the theme song, the Sexy Boy theme. So that was cool. Like I'm not a big Sexy Red fan, but that was a cool moment. But yeah, they not like, y'all watch NXT, like, and they got, and then NXT got 700,000 in the ratings. So I think people need to watch out for them. And then they have their TV deal done. They might, like, they're moving on up. like the Jeffersons.
I want to see, and then we had Sexy Red come to NXT, and I was, we have people that live in Florida that go to the shows, the core NXT crowd favorites. They go there, and they're behind the scenes videos of trying to get Sexy Red's attention. I wish I would have pulled the videos. Were the best because she played into the crowd. Like the crowd was loving her, and they were like trying to like get her attention, and she would like turn around or she'll like twerk a little bit and stuff like that. I thought it was cool. She introduced the women's North American title that's going to be defended at Battlegrounds. So we'll have a new champion there. And then she's going to be the host of Battlegrounds for NXT when it comes to Las Vegas, which is cool. Right. I thought it was great. I was just like, oh, man.
No, you got a name. You got a name now that's going to attach to the show. That like a name that gets a lot of views. Like whether you're a fan or not, that's a young lady that gets a lot of views. So to have her attached to your show is a big deal.
Right.
Like that's a big deal.
I want to see who else they can get from the hip hop world now to come in to NXT.
No, good Kendrick.
I don't think Kendrick would do that though.
Yeah, he seems like a guy that's not really, he's not too commercial. Like, he gets his money where he can get it, but he's not too commercial.
Right.
But if he's a wrestling fan though, like, this I'm not sure about him, but if he's just a flat out wrestling fan, he might do it.
And because we had Wale come in
Mm-hmm.
and
Who was
do
also
that.
not really a big commercial rapper.
No, but he's a big wrestling fan though.
So if you're a fan, though, I mean, it makes me. I miss, what's his name from Tribe Called Quest, Fife.
Yes.
If Fife was a wrestling fan, he would have, he would be there. So, um, yeah, no, this is gonna be like they're making it where hey, you can't ignore. They're making it where you can't ignore NXT. You can't
Yep.
ignore them.
I want to see what's next for NXT. Oh, NXT gets Action Bronson. That would be dope.
Wow.
Wasn't Meg the Stallion supposed to do something with WWE? She was supposed to do the theme for Jade originally.
Mm-hmm.
They were in talks of doing that. I don't know what happened there as far as like Jade still doing that. Or did
Could you
that just
imagine Sexy Red, Megan the Stallion, and what was homegirl's name? The blonde that was real. That's real thick, and she got injured.
Nikita Lyons.
Yeah. So imagine all three of them, like
Shit.
in some kind of segment all at the same time.
I need the money out. Shit. I see everybody throwing out dollars at that point. Like, get it sexy, hey! Like, just start everybody's like, oh, it's like throwing out dollars.
We don't know why NXT got 1.5 million views.
Like, shit, that's the most views. What everybody in there? That'll be the one you'll see. Everybody, you'll see that one video be
Yep.
thrown out there because when Sexy Red came out,
Right,
and everybody was what you call it. Everybody was posting that video, so
that's right.
They got what they wanted.
They got what they wanted.
So WWE is smart.
And then she went out, and then like you said, like I got to give it up to Sexy. She went up there and played the part. Like this is wrestling. Let me be in the wrestling mode, and I gotta get like she did her thing. She did it. She didn't have like somebody mentioned Lonzo Ball earlier. We didn't have a Ball family moment that happened when they were on Raw. I was like, oh God, this is embarrassing.
Yeah, no, it was. Thank God. We need LeBron James in the ring hosting a show. I wish he would have hosted Mania last year. No, I don't want to see LeBron anywhere near a WWE ring.
I don't either.
I think maybe younger LeBron probably would have been, because like LeBron went to a Monday Night Raw like a while back when he was when he first started in the NBA, and they put him. Obviously they're doing the whole media thing, and he went out there and had his little flip phone. That's how long LeBron's been in the NBA. He had a flip phone.
Or get Giannis out there. Like we absolutely know he's a wrestling fan.
Yeah. See, his rookie year back in 2003. I knew it. I know I saw him somewhere. Last little bit of news. Becky Lynch is a free agent. I know I talk a lot of shit about Becky Lynch. But I don't think WWE is going to let her go so easy. I think they're giving her time just to like get herself together, spend more time with the family, especially with Seth's, doing the whole recovery thing. We know Seth Rollins signed a new deal with WWE, so he's not going anywhere. But she says she's weighing out her options.
Why not?
Tony Khan is throwing money at her.
I'm sure.
Supposedly, that's the rumor. And she could potentially be the highest paying woman wrestler in this business, knocking out Mercedes.
How about I say Mercedes?
Yeah, because right now she's getting 50 million. Right? Is it 50 million
overall? Yeah.
And when
it's said and done, it'll be 50.
So
no, it's the same. Like, I mean, we already went through this with Drew McIntyre and Sheamus. Um, dude, let them. Like you said, like they just did a lot. Like I mean, and we talked about it. Like going up to WrestleMania, they do a lot of work. Like all those, like that road. Even like we say the road to WrestleMania, you got to remember though that's also house shows. Like they do house shows all the way across the country, going towards
Mm-hmm.
whatever the Mania city is, the whole time, and then the TV tapings, and then the public appearances leading like to sell Mania, to sell you to watch Mania. That's they do a lot of work, and then they got to turn around and do Backlash right after WrestleMania. Their
Mm-hmm.
bodies have to be tired. They have to be. So yeah, let her. She picked up the title for you when when the champ got hurt. All right, let her. Let her. She earned some time off, and then she'll come. She's gonna come right back.
Oh yeah.
She's gonna say, "Give me $50 million and $1." It's basically what she's gonna say.
Yeah, that's true. She also did the book tour leading into Mania. Got sick. She caught the flu, or she
Probably,
just had some
probably with them little
virus.
rugrats. Like
Yeah.
like I was a teacher before. Kids carry all kinds of. I was sick all the
Mm-hmm.
time.
Yo, my kid is sick now, and so are
See?
two of his two of his teammates in baseball and his baseball team right now. So we were joking around. We said, "Yo, the other team got our kids sick." So like, now what we gonna do now? Type of thing. But luckily, I think my son is starting to feel better, so he'll be able to
Nice.
play. He'll be able to play on Saturday. But yeah, I listen. It's a good thing, just like the way the next person that we'll talk about, and it's a good way to get a good bidding war
Mm-hmm.
in there for people, with two companies, and WWE is gonna see a number that AEW is gonna throw at her, and they're gonna be like, hey, listen, we can offer you the same amount of money plus more, because WWE is gonna put you in front of more eyes than say in AEW. Like, what does Becky Lynch need to do in an indie company?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna work 1 day a week, and you're gonna make all this money, but you have to figure out the rest now.
Right.
You got to figure out the appearances. You have to figure out the TV deals, rather than WWE is gonna say, "Hey, Disney just came to us with this great idea,
Yep.
and they want to use you as one of the people, on the show."
She just played Cindy Lauper on Young Rock, and I was surprised. Like I was like, "Damn, she got the accent and everything."
You know?
I was like, "She's actually really good at acting." So
So I don't know. Let's see what happens. Hopefully she stays with WWE, and we see her, do a little bit more, put a little more people over.
mm-hmm.
You know, we had another return this week.
Oh,
We
man.
finally got. He says he's everyone's favorite asshole.
Yes.
We got the tanned Triple H, MJF
You're right.
back in AEW.
They needed that.
Yes,
That was
they
a shot.
did.
That was a nice boost for them. Yeah, he's one of just flat out one of my favorite wrestlers right now. Is
Mm-hmm.
MJF. A lot of I saw some tattoo artists that were saying, yeah, that tattoo's not that tattoo's not real. But I'm glad. They needed him. They needed him back, and this was a
Mm-hmm.
perfect time for him to do it. Let him go out there and do a promo. Let him go out there and kick Adam Cole in the nuts. Because that fits the character.
Mm-hmm.
He would show up and just kick that Adam Cole in the nuts. No, they needed that. I'm glad he's back. Now that's who I think should like. So that's another. Imagine that match. Swerve and MJF.
Oh, that's going to be a good match. Eventually, that's the match we're going to get, and hopefully, um, it's for the title because we almost got it before, and it was just like, and then it got taken away.
Right. Right. So no, that's one of my winners is MJF being back.
So now, what happened? Because we won't find out what MJF is really trying to do until next week. I thought he was going to be on the show
I did too.
this week, and then they just said no.
Which is another reason why I'm glad I didn't pay to go. I'm like, wait, so you're not, so.
Where do you see MJF now with Swerve being champion? You have Will Ospreay as the international champion. Do we have to go through the whole MJF Adam Cole story?
Yeah.
Before we can get anywhere else?
Yes, I think you got to clear that up first. Which, and just kind of looking at the whole situation, though, it's probably a pretty good way to let them like get their ring legs back, like both of them, to have them go against each other. So now you got two guys that kind of are getting back into it. Might be a good thing, actually.
Right.
So so they can help each other out, and then we see MJF start to, all right, now I took care of Adam Cole. Whoever the champion is at that point, I need my belt back. Bring your ass out here, like, so I can talk to you. And I think that's how I see it going.
Well, let's see. I can see MJF most likely getting his title back by the end of the year because I think they have 2 more pay-per-views throughout the year, right? Because they don't do a lot of pay-per-views. Well, now they're starting to actually do it.
They're trying to add some more, yeah.
So, I don't know.
I think Wembley might come up too fast.
Yeah.
So maybe, like you said, I think there's one right before New Year's or something like that. So, maybe around like winter, basically, would be my guess as well.
I think we covered everything this week.
Yep. And those were 2 of my favorite shows, and then add Heels in there on Stars. Those were my 3 shows. So Young Rock, Winning Time, and Heels, and all 3 of them.
You know what I hate is that I get into shows really late. So Winning Time, I caught it went 3 seasons. I caught the first 2. I had to like rewatch them because you kept talking about it, and then I was just like, let me sit down and watch the show.
Right.
And then I got hooked. Then I said, you know what? I can't wait for season 3.
Right.
Season comes, then they say, oh, it got canceled.
Right.
And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, I just got into this show. Then it was, oh my God, what's the soccer show?
Oh,
that you guys are talking. Did you guys freaking talked about
Lasso.
so much? Yes, Ted Lasso. I get into Ted Lasso.
Yep.
Fuck, it ends. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. Yeah, that was some of the best writing I've seen is Ted Lasso. And then Ken Heels, it is good. I'm glad, and I'm glad it's coming back to Netflix. So basically, what it's about is, and I actually think any wrestling fan should watch this show, and it will give you a better idea of, you guys, like, we always ask questions. Well, why would you book this, and why would a booker do that, and this and that? So this show, it had the guy, what's his name from Green Arrow, is the lead actor.
Was it Chris Helmsworth, right?
No, that's Thor.
Okay.
But he even had a match in WWE. I'm blanking on his name, but you guys know who I'm talking about. And actually CM Punk is a character on there. Except, and then it kind of, so basically it's this family-owned wrestling, a family-owned wrestling league, right? They're their own company. Yeah, That's it, Stephen Amell.
Stephen Amell. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and then and so you see like so that you show how like it's hard for him to should this person be the champ now and
Hmm.
all his of course with all the personal stuff going on too, but that's the part that I think every wrestling fan should watch is how he has to think of ways to book a show and what goes into and then your character you got to be doing they still don't like when he's wrestling somebody. They're in a small town, and they still don't like. They make sure they're not sitting in a car or something together, So they still even keep kayfabe in this little small town. And and then you just see it's watching what they do. It's like you're watching both sides of the curtain, with these people, and that's what made the show great to me.
I gotta watch this. I've never saw Heels either, so
Yeah, no, you have to. It's like it's worth the I would even say it's worth the because I think Stars will give you a free trial, so just to go do the free trial and look at the first couple of binge the first couple of seasons and then turn it off. It's worth that. Yeah,
we may have to do a Heels recap, and I can tell you what my thoughts are of each episode, and then we get Ken involved, get his opinion on stuff. And, you know what I mean? And you can see the joy in our faces. You know what I mean?
That's right. But yeah, so it's I'm glad it's coming back to Netflix, and yeah, you might want to catch up before you watch the new season on Netflix, so you're caught up. But Young Rock, I thought was I think they. I thought it was just an underrated show. I was intrigued by the stories that he was telling. I liked somebody I saw somebody say they didn't like the casting. I'm like, okay, what more I don't know what more you wanted them to do with the casting. That was one of the things I liked about the show was the casting.
Let's see.
Cause didn't you meet the guy? You met the guy that was Iron Sheik.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was cool.
Yep.
He's on that show too?
He's Iron Sheik, yeah. For on the show.
On Heels?
No, not on Heels, on Young Rock.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Heels. Like, wait a minute. He's playing,
I'm sorry, I switched to Young Rock for a second, saying I missed that show. And then Winning Time just got this abrupt ending. Right in the middle of the season, all of a sudden. Yeah, and then the Lakers went on to win. It's like, wait, what are you talking about? What is going on?
Yeah, there was so much. For me, when Winning Time ended and the way it ended, I was just like, man, you guys are missing on so many seasons. You're missing on when Magic Johnson found out that he had AIDS. You're missing on the whole dynasty of them leading up to winning more championships. You can still talk about Kareem retiring, Shaq coming into the league, then the whole Kobe era. You can have I would have ended if you had to end Winning Time. I would have ended Winning Time when Kobe
retires.
When Kobe retires, or when Kobe had the shitty roster, and then just give this is what happened after that.
Yeah.
Or even the breakup between Shaq and Kobe. You can end it there, and then just.
I think I would have gone with Kobe, he scores a 60-point game and walk off. And then that's it. Then was the series finale.
But I don't know. Hopefully it comes back because you've seen shows just get picked up by other networks.
They'll get picked up. Yep. So, we're about to have Clipped, where they're going to show the Clipper story. So
I'm excited for that one. I'm definitely
so that should be.
For that one.
I'm interested. I'm like, okay, this is going to be interesting. Because the Clippers are as you're going to see, the Clippers are wild too. So they just didn't win as much as the Lakers, but they're wild, and the back stuff is wild.
Oh yeah. But let's wrap it up here.
All right.
Let's give some shout outs. Shout outs to the Knuckleheads Network for
Yes.
always helping us out. You can always find them on the Knuckleheads Network on YouTube. They have shows every single day, Monday through Friday, sometimes even on a Saturday. Always at 9 o'clock from 9 to 12. The Fake Cave podcast. If you guys are not members of the Fake Cave yet on Facebook, please do so. You go on their Patreon. Starts at $1 a month. For anyone who is a action figure collector of any sort, that's one of the best places to go when it comes to trying to find something that you're looking for. Obviously, they have about over 500 members that are buying, selling, and trading action figures. People like Chad Miller's in there. I'm in there. DJ's in there. So if you're ever looking for something, Chad is always on the hunt for stuff. So he could probably find you anything that you're looking for.
We can.
Shout out to Barrios Toys over on the West Coast where DJ is. They have a ton of wrestling signings all the time. You never know who's going to stop in there.
You really don't.
Yeah. And even if you don't go for a signing, you just want to drop in and see the type of merchandise that they're selling. They have all types of merch that's there for reasonable prices.
Yes.
And that one's a father and son duo. That
Father and
runs
son, family owned.
Love it.
You could trade. Like you can bring stuff for trade. Very sweet people. Like I've never ever had a bad time walking into that store. Every time, it's warm, it's friendly. I've always found something I like. Like if you're collecting anything, I found something every time. So no, worth if you are in the Sacramento area, it is worth the stop by.
Nice. Jobber-Tears podcast. Shout outs to them. They have a Jobber Slam coming up in the summertime. And our sponsors for the show, which is Ringside Collectibles. If you use the code word the call up, that's going to save you 10% on any order that you have. Ringside Collectibles is one of your number one sources for action figures. They have a good couple of new WWE Elite sets that are in there. I just seen that they just brought out the Ethan Page action figure from AEW. That's out there, which is super bad timing since he's not even with AEW anymore.
Most of the figures, when they bring them out, it's bad timing when the AEW figures come out.
But definitely check out Ringside Collectibles. Like I said, use the code word the call up. You save 10%. Let us know that you used it. We'll give you a shout out here on the show. SeatGeek. If you guys are new to SeatGeek, please use the code the call up. That's going to save you $20 on your first purchase. With the summertime heating up, there's a lot of wrestling shows that are coming up. There's a lot of Broadway shows and other concerts that people are trying to get into. So why not save a little bit of money and just use the code word the call up, and that's going to save you $20. DJ, is there anybody else you need to shout out here before we go?
Let's see. So let's give a shout out. When I was on vacation, I was up there in the Bay with Walnut Creek with my girlfriend Athena. Like shout out to her. That's how I like. If you notice, I did get new figures right up here. It is it's the family. I got she got it for me. She was just walking around at Walmart. She remembered me talking about it. And she got the Rock and Pops and Grandpops, right?
Nice.
And then shout out, like I want to kind of go down the list here with our folks. So, we had Clown was in here clowning, and we had Ken. And then let's see who else we have. We had Tyler. That was kicking it with us. Dirty Hills podcast. Thank you for they came in, gave us a shout. Thank you for stopping by.
Oh, definitely.
Yep. And then of course our boy Chad came by.
Tyson was in the building as well. We have a good core group of people that stop in to chat with us every week. We wouldn't like I tell people, I think you guys help us make this show longer, Because if not, me and DJ would just talk really quick and then go through everything and be like, all right, we're done. But the feedback is what helps us continue on with the show. So thank you guys for tuning in every single week with us here. And even when we missed last week, I got messages from people who was just like, hey, are you guys doing what's going on with the show? Like, so it's good to see that you guys are like invested in the show with us every single Thursday. So we definitely gladly appreciate it. No pay-per-views this weekend, but we do have Friday Night SmackDown that's coming up on Friday. So hopefully we'll talk a little bit more about that next Thursday. And then we have Monday Night Raw and NXT and obviously AEW. So guys, until next time, be safe and happy